G'day and welcome to another edition of Money Matters. Today I'd like to touch on all things superannuation and most importantly what are the different options out there for those of us that are looking at setting ourselves up for retirement. Quite simply, superannuation is a scheme that was devised by the government back in the 80s. It's been around for a long time, so don't let the word super put you off. It is generally designed around what can I put away for today that will be there for tomorrow, to create that financial freedom that we all deserve and we all try and do for our elder age, for the benefit of us and the benefit of our families. Out there today there are 4 types of superannuation that we're all involved in one shape or another. The first one is what's referred to as a retail fund. Examples of these would be your AMP, Colonials, National Mutuals, and the list can go on. Basically what happens is, as an employee, our boss pays into these funds and ultimately they manage our money on our behalf, hopefully do a positive job, and at the end of the day we're creating wealth with those monies. The second area is industry funds. These are basically direct competitors against retail funds. And industry funds were set up years ago to protect and mainly work for those in certain industries. So we have Australian Super and Health Super that's designed for those involved in hospitals and the health industry. A classic example is Cbus that was designed around the building and construction industry. These basically industry funds are in direct competition to retail funds. They do basically have lower fees and don't charge as much to run these funds, and as a result argue, and I'm sure many of you have seen the commercials regarding one lady walking up an elevator and one going down, where they're saying that your funds will get reinvested and will grow at a much faster and greater rate when compared to a retail fund. The third area, which is limited in part, is around corporate and the public sectors. For those of you that out there that work for the ATO, maybe a government organisation like Medicare, then what happens is your super is defined or is in government regulated funds. Works very similar, but what the government does is use your super to invest in other government bodies and other government contracts out there. The fourth and now most popular sector out there around superannuation is what's referred to as self-managed superannuation funds. As of today, these basically are over 34% of all super across Australia is invested in self-managed super funds. It is growing at twice the rate when compared to other funds. And those of you out there that are already involved or already thinking of getting into a self-managed super fund, it all comes down to control and having the ability to manage your own financial well-being. If you're the type of person that would prefer to control your own money, it might be as simple as having some money sitting in a bank account. Maybe you would like to use your super to buy a property or invest directly into shares. Any investment choice is at your power, but you ultimately have control. ZJL Partners are an accounting firm that can help you with all the administration and all the other legislative things that are required, but the maintenance and running and accumulating your wealth comes down to you and you alone as member and trustee of that self-managed super fund. The main attraction with these is that you have control over wherever your money is invested. You can create additional tax efficiencies. You can maybe even save on the fees that you're currently paying out there in the real world today. Feel free to visit our website at zjl.com.au and download our many brochures on superannuation, on self-managed super funds that may give you enough information to help you decide that maybe a certain way is the way that you would like to go. Thanks again for joining us on another edition of Money Matters.